I like you.
4770. Tough choice. Anong course ba to? For oh, okay. Okay. 770.
This is so beautiful.
Thank you.
綺麗. No, not you.
Okay.
Oh, you too. あなたも。そうそうそう。
If most people tend to identify as her.
I know there is some data showing that in counties in the
World War II was nuanced as hell, and it's impossible to determine what every soldier from every nation thought of as enemies. With that said, as humanity has studied the war, some common perspectives have floated to the surface. You
の調子でどんどん行くよ。リロード。回収しよう。目を奪うわ。
チャンス
リロード中だ。
いたぞ。さあ行け。
ガイドブロック。
ショックダーツだ。終わりだ。リロード。
最後の一人だ。
57 bit.
よし、さっさとやろう。この後用事あるんだ。装備くれない？勝ちに行くよ。節約するわ。ここ気をつけて。
I fix smoke, I fix smoke. Wait.
目を奪う。回収する。
Run. Nice. Good next one.
リロード。
Wait.
愛を奪う。
Wait for run. Oh. Wait for run, what the fuck? Go B.
ここだ。
ここ。中央に敵がいる。
仕留めたぞ。
戻すね。
索敵する。
Go back, go back.
ここ。最後の一人だ。敵残り1名。あと30秒。バリア。スパイクを設置。
Oh, okay.
ジェットの刃に風の導きがあらんことを。できれば俺の矢には。
ここよ。中央に敵よ。
キャンセル。
中央でキャリアダウン。ここ。バーン。敵を排除。隠すよ。
マイクを設置。
Get heaven.
A に敵を確認。
Do heaven.
A
敵残り1名。
Nice.
違うのさ。
銃がある。
俺の情報をもとに動け。敵に移動の隙を与えるな。
スパイクはここ。装備をちょうだい。ありがとう。
何としてもブリーチを止めるんだ。遊びたいのか相手に。
リロード中。勝つよ。
索敵する。
リロード中。
Can do.
スパイを奪う。リロード中。目を奪う。ここよ。ここ。バリアよ。スパイク設置。倒した。うせな。スパイク敵残り1名。ここ見てるよ。
Nice. No, 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 no.
索敵する。リロード。
回復するわ。
終わりだ。
Nice.
リロード。
時は過ぎていく。でもそれでいい。私たちは今この瞬間を生きてる。
Oh, wait.
まだ終わりじゃないわ。
Oh, tangina.
中央でキャリア
Sa
ダウン。
likod na.
最後の一人だ。
Ah! Itas yung dalawa. Okay.
みんな準備はいい？冷静に行くよ。
Ano? Explain.
Diversifying your manufacturing.
力を合わせて。戻すね。リロード。ここ。壁を展開。終わり。リロード。 B に敵がいる。ここよ。やったよ。
Fuck!
B でキャリアダウン。
One CD.
Magpitas ka dyan.
設置。索敵する。
August 21 pala lalabas yung ano, CS2.
敵残り1名。最後の一人だ。
獲物は狩り尽くした。
スパイクの場所まで競争だね。
I'll be quitting Valorant as soon as CS2 releases. I've always been a CSGO CS player.
リロード。ここ。
Not really enthusiastic about this game, not gonna lie.
ありがとう。
Maybe just for looking for girls, but that's about it. Spike go drop. Oh man. Boy, both house. 40 megabytes. Wow, ang dami tao. Scan する。Can someone get this? Can someone get this?
Thank you. ここ気をつけて。
索敵する。
戻すね。
Okay. He got sucked by his own black hole. Get it? Ooh.
I thought I had an opportunity to say some of the things that were necessary to say, and I enjoyed very much talking with you and meeting your sons as well, and appreciated the opportunity that you presented to me, and I appreciated the opportunity to talk a little bit about the so-called incels, you know, these disaffected young men. I was talking to a friend, what would you call it, an associate, someone who has knowledge of Olivia Wilde, who had recently made comments about me being king of the incels, and it's probably worth pointing out that she married a multimillionaire prince. And so, right, so she's the absolute epitome of female hypergamy, that hypergamy that makes females very judgmental in their choice, as they should be. But for her to have nothing but contempt for men who are struggling forward to try to make themselves attractive to women is a sign of a kind of deep narcissism that, on the female side, I would say, that deeply affects our culture. And so it was good to have an opportunity to clear some of that up. You know, I've talked to lots of young men around the world about how they might make themselves more attractive on the friendship and career and dating front, and that usually has to do with telling them that, well, they have to subject themselves to that harsh judgment, and if all the women are rejecting them, either because they're too timid to put themselves forward, or they don't have anything truly to offer, which is something like productive, stable, wise, judicious generosity in the highest order, why would they expect a woman to make herself vulnerable, especially on the childbearing front, to them? And so if everyone is telling you that you don't live up to the necessary standard, well, then you can demolish the standards, or you can put yourself together. And one of the things that's been really heartening on that front is that many of the young men who have been listening to the ideas I've been generating and promoting have, in fact, put themselves together. And they come to my shows and they're standing up straight and they're dressed in often a three-piece suit. And now they frequently have a girlfriend with them, and they say something like, you know, I decided to start being authentic and tell the truth, and I decided to adopt some responsibility and to grow up, and all of a sudden everything's better and the problems I had are going away. And so that's the solution to the incel problem, and demonizing people for being lonesome and isolated is not exactly helpful.
遊びたいのか？相手になろう。
Drop, drop.
最後の一人だ。A でキャリアダウン。攻守交代前、最終ラウンド。出し惜しみなんて無駄よ。全部使い切って。栄光をつかもう。目を奪うぞ。
キャンセル。
吸い込め。
ドローンデザイン。
まだ使えない。バリアよ。スパイク設置。勝つよ。
ぶっ飛べ。ショックダーツだ。
ここ。3人目。敵残り1名。リロード。チャージがない。歩き。攻守を交代。助けが必要ならいつでも呼んでください。B でキャリアダウン。最後の一人だ。
Ni Astra yung ano, nasa Switch.
スパイクを設置。最初にどう動くかでその人の本質がわかる。私を見てて。ジェットを倒した。B でキャリアダウン。敵残り1名。ここよ。
Nice.
時間はたっぷりある。まさに今この場に。
Nice.
装備をちょうだい。ありがとう。壁を展開。回収する。 フェクト。
One right.
悪いね。彼らの罪の重さを思い知らせてやりましょう。最後の一人だ。
Two lobby.
スパイクを設置。視界を奪う。目を奪うわ。心配ないって伝えたっけ？大丈夫。いい一日になる。
遊びたいのか相手になろう。
死になさい。アルティメット準備完了。戻すね。
Mali, dapat dito.
索敵する。
Oh, that's even worse. Wrong angle. Nice. Well done. Oh, fuck.
回復するわ。敵残り1名。あと30秒。最後の一人だ。
Ang ina. Narinig ako. I die on purpose just for you to get the ace. You're welcome. I'm just scoping. I'm just kidding.
Okay, bye.
Where's my e-girl, man? I'm just kidding. 8 and 13. Gross. Well, nagka-pick ng ano yun, no? Ng...
I got A. Careful mid or B. I don't hear any footstep here. I don't hear any. Careful B still. Oh, they.
スパイクを設置。狩りの時間よ。残り1名。
Nice ult.
It's all there.
Corner siya dito, no? Ano, wala siyang makagawa dito. Any angle, lugi ka.
残り1名。
He's in logs. Let's go.
One bullet, one bullet. Look, one bullet.
He's got my gun, by the way. Yeah, you missed.
Match point. あとはギロチンの刃を落とすだけ。
One inside, one inside.
We got bomb here.
中央でキャリアダウン。
Why is it? Huh?
Can you rest?
残り1名。 ディフェンダーの勝利。
Good job, team. GG.
You toxic. $23 RR lang. Ayos bagay bottom frag ako. Kung nakikita yun. Tong ino. That's it? That's it? That was it? Lame. And that expensive? So lame. Yeah, I will grab my knife. It's a better knife. Reaver. I like this. I kinda like this one. White. Ganda ng white. Ang ganda ng kulay. Dagdagan ako ng servers. Tokyo tsaka sa ano. YOLO tayo.
Girls of Reddit. What is something guys shouldn't feel insecure about? Story 1. I have had a lot of guy friends that are really insecure about pimples or acne. I'll tell them that everyone gets them and everyone is insecure about it, but their response is usually something like, girls have makeup to hide it. And so I taught a few of them how to subtly put on concealer so they could feel more confident. Story 2. Dick size and weight. I understand some people might think this is a lie, but I personally think so as a woman because size is not what determines how good sex is.
Hello, guys. Hi. Hello? Oh my god. Why so be quiet, bro?
Anyone here Vietnamese?
Putang ina mo. Yun na nga ba? Uy, hindi ka nag-reload.
Yo guys, hello?
Oh my god, why so be quiet, man?
Worthless ang heal sa akin eh.
Yes, bro. Rushing, rushing.
最後の一人だ
Hindi ko napatay yun. Hindi ko napatay yun. Sad. Hindi ko pala na... Ako na mapatay.
よしさっさとやろうこの後用事あるんだ
Man, I gotta practice more. Whenever I see someone, I flinch. That's not a good sign.
Where are we going, guys? Where are we going?
Okay,
ここだ 目つぶしだ
リロード中
Ang ng aso yan. Putang ina, ba't ako nag-ano, knife? Yes.
Cute, cute, cute.
ここ
I'm low, I'm low.
最後の一人だ敵残り1名
Bro, what the hell right now? Look, he 130 me, bro.
Oh my god. Team. Bro, communicate, bro. Oh,
We
okay.
communicate, guys.
Yeah. Race and shade, bro.
装備くれない
Try to go B.
私が負けるはずない
Shade, wake up.
A でキャリアダウン
That's nice. Pwede pala mag-wallbang. I learn something every day.
Some may have a preference, but with 7 billion people in this world, I think preferences are diverse. Plus, there are sizes too. Many people forget that. As for weight, love your body. Confidence is attractive. It only should be put to concern if our health is affected by it. Also, this is my opinion. This isn't a lie because this is genuinely how I think. I know there are people out there who can agree, while others may not. Story 3. The flip side of the comments about not being able to grow a beard, guys shouldn't feel insecure about being
Where are we
hairy.
going now?
I love a hairy chest and don't find a hairy back or shoulders to be a problem. Like most things listed here, yeah, you'll find women who won't like it, but if they're willing to write you off for something physical that is out of your control, they probably aren't the person for you. I will say, regardless of anything else, hygiene is important. If you're hairy, you might sweat more depending on the climate and how warm you run. But if you shower regularly and keep everything clean, it's all good. This includes hairy butts, backs, legs, shoulders, etc. I think the only thing I might ask someone to trim would be crazy nose hair, though that could be disguised by a mustache. Story 4. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard a lot of guys are insecure or care a lot about their hair. One of my guy friends once told me that he spends a good 15 minutes in the morning styling it, so it looks okay. Honestly, I don't really notice a guy's hair like a buzz cut, super long, or just some wild hair, unless it's drastically different from everyone else. Story 5. A good example is actually happening right now. I'm at a pool party. Two very nice overweight guys are in the pool, but they're both wearing t-shirts to cover their guts and just standing around. Then there's the third heaviest guy who easily has an extra 40 pounds than the other two guys. He's shirtless, having the time of his life, playing in the abandoned pool and cracking jokes. He's way more attractive to the girls because he isn't ashamed of his body and exudes confidence. Should all three lose weight? Sure, most of us should, but don't stop having fun because you are
Kita
ashamed
pala
of
yun
yourself.
saan?
Live your
Sa
life and
England
have
dun.
fun. This is very attractive to all people. Just my opinion. I'm a middle-aged woman and I think I have a bit of wisdom about things like this. I've seen some shit. Story 6. Guys shouldn't feel insecure about stereotypical masculine standards. You want to do handicrafts like sew or crochet or scrapbook? Great, we can do it together. I suck at them though, so the farthest I'll probably get is watching YouTube tutorials with you. You can wear cute things and accessories like scarves and handbags. Hell, you can borrow mine. If you need some time to unload emotionally with a bubble bath or a one-on-one afternoon tea about whatever jerk you encountered X days ago, it doesn't mean you're weak or unreliable. It means you know how to handle your emotions in a controlled and healthy way. I once had a lady question my masculinity because I was playing the video game Peggle. Story 7. Don't feel insecure about the size of your It really is about what you do with it. And honestly, guys with big are just painful most of the time. A lot of them also just fall back on the size of it as an excuse to be lazy as well. Be worried about your hair, being too hairy, not having enough hair, etc. If someone isn't into you because your hair isn't Goldilocks just right, they aren't really worth the time to get into a relationship with. If she's complaining when she meets you that you don't have enough hair, have too much hair, or don't have hair in the places she wants, and have hair in the places she doesn't, what is she going to be like 10 years down the road? Don't worry about having a gym body. It is much better to just be healthy, and a lot of guys with massive muscles just aren't. As well, a lot of them just put stress on the women they're with to be as built as they are. Also, what appeals to the eye is not always the same as what appeals to the other senses. For that matter, what appeals to the eye isn't always huge muscles and little fat. That is just a part of the media pressure that is telling all women they should look like Kim Kardashian. Money. Just the same thing as the gym body, financial success is one element women may look at, but it is usually just one of very many. Back to the idea of hair. If she's just looking at your financial success, what is it going to be like in 10 years if you lose your job? If you wouldn't hold a woman to the same standard, don't feel you should live up to that for her. Your relationship should be about equality and actually sharing your life, even if you're just looking at the short term. That Saturday night is a chunk of your life. If you're not getting something from it, if you're just living up to her standards, it isn't worth your time. Being macho and acting strong all the time is not that important to most women. It's one of those pressures society puts on you. It's okay to say you're scared. It's okay to say you're depressed. It's okay not to fight someone just because they're trying to insult you in public. It's okay to just be a person. If you like video games and eating pizza on the weekend, it's not okay for someone to tell you that it's wrong. There are women out there that would be like, cool, hand me a slice and the second controller. You're not automatically in the wrong because a woman wants something different. Right. Story 8. Height. I know the popular presumption is that anyone under 6 foot is screwed, but if a girl considers a couple of inches to be a deal breaker, she's not worth your time anyway. I'm short, but lots of my tall and beautiful friends have dated men somewhat to quite a bit shorter than them. It's no big deal. To all the dudes snarking about how the above is not true, I promise you, the kind of shitty attitude is way more unattractive than any physical characteristic. And if the only
Mahirap
woman
mag-wall
you truly all diss you for
sa
height,
ano?
well, I'd
Position
like
na
to
to.
about your own tastes too. Story 9. Size. Honest to God, the best lover I've ever had wasn't hung. It was an average-sized dude. And by today's standards, or more so the trope influenced by is small. Not a fan of big dicks. If the guys know how to use it, sure, it feels great. But most of the time, it doesn't feel great, and I just end up in pain the following day, not in a good sense. Anyways, big dicks are the college diplomas of the world. Just because you have a college diploma does not mean you're going to be good at the job, or intrinsically intelligent, just because you have it. And to further prove my point, when you go about bragging about
Patay ko rin yun. Kanina pa yan. Kung mag-COD bigla. Nakapatay na ako. Nakapatay na ako.
Can you stun it?
What?
Can you stun?
Stun where? Ping. Okay.
Tabi.
No flash, right? Up origin.
Ba't ka nandun?
Two heaven.
One flank.
最後の一人だ。
弱点をつけ、一箇所崩せばそのまま総崩れ。
Don't stun anyone. Holy shit. Hey, request me. Omen. Hello. Request me. Let's go side B. Go B. Can you satchel? Fast, bro. Fast.
リロード中。
Galo.
B でキャリアダウン。
What? One ailing. One water phone.
One link.
Oh.
B でキャリアダウン。
Yo, that guy is so annoying. What the fuck?
残り1名。最後の一人だ。
Go.
Kaya na pa yung sky na yan. Dapat tumuloy na kayo sa ano. Tumasok na isa.
Where are we going now? Go see. Oh my god. Back. Back. Run. Go.
Anong rank ba to?
Check corner.
Anong rank ba tong game na to? Bakit ang gagaling?
Flanking. Watch out right now, flanking. Help me. Nice. One flanking. Behind, tree.
敵残り1名。
Tree. Nice shot.
前半最終ラウンド。
有り金は使っちまえよ。装備くれない？ Thank you。装備欲しい。ありがとう。
3-9, bro. 3-9. Come on. Yeah, 3-9. We got this. Fighting.
They're so positive.
I believe that we are on defense and we have the advantage. G.Skill can buy off.
ついといて。
フラッシュマンだ。揺れろ。
Anong bundle to? Basura naman to.
Let me have that off. We can push now.
いけるぞ。
I can buy.
Wait, I'm ulting, I'm ulting. Wait. Never mind. I can ult if necessary. Wait, can you guys come back?
残り1名。ここよ。ここよ。
Nice, 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 nice. Nice. 39, 39. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
攻守を交代。
Anyone have a ghost skin can borrow.
誰か買ってもらえますか？ありがとう。武器があるわ。
Thank you. Yo, Race, you wanna throw nade and I stun? Can someone safe? Can you go see? Can you go?
Where's my e-girl?
Watch B and see. How
Sad.
many seconds? Like wait for how many seconds?
Just do it straight.
Okay. Immediately, okay.
力を合わせて。
I'm gonna flash it, okay? So you guys not gonna get blind.
Parang hina talaga ng audio ng ano.
See.
修行不足ね。
リロード中。
Inside.
爆発だ。
回復するわ。
リロード中。
Hunting.
スパイクを設置。敵残り1名。
Come see it, side. Wait. Nice. Let's go!
Kung natamaan yung killjoy dun. Pero ang ganda ng flick ko rin ah. Ayos ah. Bumabalik na yung flick ko. Kakasiyaw dito.
次はどう来るの？特定のパターンは？
One shot. Isa sa ulo, isa sa paa. Ay, isa sa paa, isa sa tiyan. Suspect kaya hindi na. Hindi ako marunong suspect. Stinger na gamit ko.
Omen, wake up. Omen.
ここが正念場。グレネード。
待ってられるか。フラッシュマンだ。
チャージがないわ。上げる。
Yeah.
スパイは入っ
Wait. Flashing. No one push out. I can flash.
ここだ。
No need rush.
リロード中。
Race, I can flash for you. Race.
残り1名。B でキャリアダウン。倒したわ。
Let's get the base.
おやつタイム。ごめん、自分の分しか持ってきてないや。
Check, can you give me
リロード。
half here? Okay. Me. Wait, what?
壁を展開。
Entry. One minute. 1B. Omit.
Namatay jet, putang ina.
You got. Win above.
No hit.
1v4. Watch out here.
Hindi ko napatay Omen dun, no? Tang ina. Miss. Okay. Namatay pala Sky. Kung mapatay niya yung dalawa, oo, posible. Sayang. 2 HP na lang to. Hindi ko napatay no, putang ina. Top frag na ako. Top frag na ako, kaso nga lang talo pa rin. Useless offer, ano yun, no? For ilang rounds, no? Early. Tagal ko nakapag-adjust.
Where? Info?
No.
You can warm it.
BP one.
逃げた方がいいかもね。ジャージがないわ。
Okay, play
Sa
the
loob
next
na
phase.
pala.
55.
スパイクを設置。
Di ako mapag-diamond nito pag lagi ako natatalo. Wala akong matuto mag-aim ulit. How is he not dead? Tangin na headshot yun ah. Ang inang laro to. Kaya ayoko talaga ng Valorant eh. Tangin na pag CS ko mas satisfying. Kakairita. Mas satisfying sa ano? Sa CS ko. Ano kaya yung mga rank nito? Mga rank nito.
See.
O, nakatingin ka ba? Nakatingin ba to? Patay. Nice try. Naging useless talaga ako for ano? For ilang rounds yun. Ang pang platinum na yung last game pala, puro platinum, gold. Talaga tong match na to, parang mina-match up talaga sa ano eh. Sa randomly. Taas ng points ko dito. 31 kills ako dito.
うせな アタッカーの勝利
Baba ng ano ko. Ano mga rank nito? Plat 3. Kaya pala diamond lapi pala yun. Kaya pala ang sakit sa ulo. May diamond to nga oh. Sakit naman sa ulo no. Putangin na. Sakit naman sa ulo no. Kakasar naman yun. Gusto ko talaga yung ano, base. Last game. Itong lamok mo to. Competitive.
Manny has this fight with Jeff Horn. You've been in there with him. What do you make of the fight with Jeff Horn? Because no one's really heard of Jeff.
Yeah.
They're saying that he's a good puncher, but no one's really heard of him. It's kind of like a... You were more well-known than Jeff, but it could make a parallel situation where people are asking, like, Jerry, where did Algieri come from with this Pacquiao fight?
Yeah.
So what do you think of all that?
You know, I don't know much about the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you know what they're really looking for. It's a dangerous fight because a guy like that beats you. It's, you know, you just made somebody. But I don't know. I think that Team Pacquiao is smart enough to choose the right kind of fights, and at this point in his career at least. And they know. I mean, when people are going to tune in to watch Pacquiao fight. I will.
I'm curious now. You felt Danny's punch, and when I've talked to people, they always say that Manny's punch is a really stinging punch. It's a punch that stays with you.
Yeah.
How do you compare the two?
It's a different punch. I think Manny. I mean, I've fought a lot of great punchers in my day, and everybody punches differently. And people always ask me, "Oh, does this guy hit hard?" Like, yeah, everybody hits hard.
Yeah.
You know, Amir Khan hits hard. You know, is he the hardest puncher? No, but you know, he hits hard. Everyone hits hard at this level. So, you know, it's just a different kind of punch. Manny's power is very surprising. He cuts good angles, you think you're safe, and you're not. You know? I've overheard Tim Bradley talk about that too. Like, he just cuts such good angles and is able to generate power from those positions. You know, so it's definitely different. Danny's power is more like spring-loaded. You know? Kind of like, almost like a Roy Jones-ish.
Okay.
You know, not so wide, but that kind of that like, you know, really just short, you know, and kind of
a lot of torque.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I asked Shane that same question, and Shane told me there was at one point where he's like, where the hell are all these punches coming from?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
You guy moves and like you lose him and you feel the vision, but like you think he's off balance, but he's not. And he still is able to crack you.
Yeah.
You know, like what just hit me? You know.
This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Everything is okay.
Indeed. I don't care about that pudge, honestly speaking.
Yeah, he right. It ain't nothing wrong with that pudge.
Let that pudge poke out.
Do y'all think it's such thing as a man being too nice, or do y'all think that sometimes us women just don't know how to take being treated good and nicely?
I think baddies like you are only happy when it's chaos because peace comes too easy to y'all. Everyone's nice to y'all. Everyone loves y'all because you are gorgeous. So when y'all get an F-boy that gives y'all chaos, y'all automatically fall in love with them and don't know why y'all in love with them.
Four tips on how to keep your man not safe for feminists. Number one, y'all don't want to be making his life hard. You're going to be making it.
And women with tattoos is not exactly the most attractive thing. Let this guy fuck off. This fucking giant ass mosquito.
本当にミッツマングローブさんありがとうございました。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。ふみ皆さんお手紙は最近書いていますか？文字で読む言葉もすごく嬉しいですよね。
She's so fucking beautiful.
こうなんでしょう染み渡るものがあると思うんですよ。私も先日ミッツマングローブさんに温かい言葉を文字でいただきましてすごく胸に染みました。これからもですね気象情報とお洗濯情報をお送りできるように頑張っていきたいと思います。本当にミッツマングローブさんありがとうございました。非常に励みになるメッセージをありがとうございます。私はもうお手紙のように大事に読ませていただきました。印象に残りますし胸に染みますよね。皆様はいかがでしょうか。
Yes, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Well, how about the Omen? I didn't see his ping.
Might be DC'd. I don't know.
Okay, let's go here, let's go here. Push, push, push.
Putang ina din nakatingin yung bridge. Let's remake. F5.
レイナを止めなければ。
Question mark ka eh. Nakita mo naman walang ano. Wala yung isa namin.
So you might think that Kyber or Beskar are the strongest substances in the Star Wars universe. Well, I think it's actually Padme Amidala's crotch. Because Shaylee out on Twitter did some calculations, and in this scene on Geonosis, which I've always found it weird, she jumps that high and just lands straight on the reek. But according to her calculations, her crotch actually withstood a full power of 14,432 newtons with that jump. And to break a human bone actually takes 4,000 newtons. So she's definitely had some full out superpowers to be able to pull off that jump. And yeah, sure, Anakin could have used the Force to maybe dampen her jump a little bit or something like that. Although it doesn't really feel like it. Anyways, I will link to the full calculations in the description below. And make sure to check out the content on my main channel by clicking the video on the screen right now.
No cares, I'm just gonna comms in English. I don't give a shit. Tokyo server ata to. Okay, let's do our best. Suwoku shitakunai. Tama. Suwoku. Tama? Am I reading it right?
But it's fried on the bottom. Hello. Konnichiwa. Nihonjin. Oh, wanna say hi? Come on. I'm a YouTuber live.
Oh!
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Oh, you speak English. Oh, it's good.
Where are you from?
LA. Los.
Oh!
Nice.
You just here for
お願いします。
Japan.
一応あんまデュエリスト使わないっす。いや、そういうの大丈夫です。あ、そういうの大丈夫。OK、OK。
Nako. Hihirapan ako dito. Shit! Shouldn't be here. I mean, I could be anywhere. But not in Japan, I think. Ang calculating ng galaw nila. Nakakairita. Textbook. Sobrang textbook ng galaw nila pero
敵する。
スパイクを設置。
やったぞ。
一応チェンバー55入ってる。
敵残り1名。最後の1人だ。クラッチ。
Ano yun? Nag-teleport siya. Galing ah. Kita mo yun? Ang hirap kalaban itong mga to. Mas malala pa to sa C. Sa C at least, ano? Tatanggal ko yung Tokyo server. Okay, ba't pa nag-queue ako dito? Wasak. Hindi tayo dyan. Ah, putang ina. Ayoko. Fat finger ako bigla. Ayoko maglaro dito. Ang inang yan.
お前ら落ち着きなって。もう一回行くから。ほんと楽しそうだよな。楽しそうすぎ。
I moved here maybe in June.
Oh, for
Got
you
no
work
clue.
here?
No, I come here to study Japanese
Oh,
and also live.
that's great.
I live in Tokyo, like
Ikemen. You're
Ikemen? No, I'm Baka, Ikemen.
No.
A でキャリアダウン。
これで見えない。
Ayoko makalaro to mga to.
吸い込め。隠すよ。
Ayoko naman mag-leave. Ban na naman ako ng 7 days.
Look at that. Just it's on the box. It's over.
Cisco kid. Gomez reacts. F5. F5 na.
進め。
遊びたいのか？相手になろう。
Ayoko mag-pick. Puta, nakakairita.
壁を展開。
B に敵複数。
ャリアダウン
Ang ina talaga.
回収しよう
Bad trip.
スパイクを設置最後の一人だ
Hello guys, crispy and welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, we're going to be testing Warzone 2.0 in its minimum and recommended system requirements provided by Blizzard or Activision or Infinity Ward. I don't know who makes the specifications, but I know who tests them. It's me, Mario. No, it's not. It's Crispy. Let's go. Let's get into it, shall we? So on the minimum specifications, it asks for an i3
6100. No way. Hindi kaya ng ano yan.
B でキャリアダウン敵がいる敵残り1名
Hirap nila kalaban. Hindi ako makakalaban tong mga to.
回収するこうして敵は裁かれたのだ
よっしゃよっしゃ
Sakit sa ulo.
i5 2500K or Ryzen 3 1200, and you know me, I go for the older and worst stuff, so I chose the Core i5 2500K from 2011 for this video, because, well, it's there, right? On the memory side of things, it asks for 8 gigabytes, and we got it in dual channel. It's DDR3 1333 megahertz, 2x4 of course, and on the video card specification, it asks for an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960 or AMD Radeon RX 470. That's pretty weird because the 470 is way faster than the 960, and this game actually likes AMD GPUs more than NVIDIA ones, so quite a huge disparity there. And of course, I chose to go with the slower stuff, GTX 960 2GB model as well, because that's what they recommend for the minimum specification. Well, yeah, recommend for the minimum, so let's go for the recommended stuff now. And for the recommended requirements, it asks for an i5 6600K, a Core i7 4770, and or an AMD Ryzen 5 1400. I chose the i7 because it's the older stuff. I have the i7 4770K here, but I didn't overclock it, and it's only 100 megahertz faster than the 4770 stock. For the RAM, we got 12 gigabytes, an 8 gigabyte stick, and a 4 gigabyte.
Bakit 12 gigabytes? The fuck? Putang ina!
これで見えない戻すね
Pero tinapos ko na, no? Na-spray ko na sila eh. Nasaksak. Napitas niya yun? Isa pa, sa pillar.
あと30秒。
What the hell? Where did it go?
Stick running at 1600 megahertz, and for the video card it asks for an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or an AMD Radeon RX 580. Again, the AMD stuff is actually better in this game, and I went with a GTX 1060. It asks for 4 gigabytes of video memory, so the 3 gigabyte wouldn't cut it, so we got this 6 gig model right here. We're here in the desktop with everything installed in the minimum requirements. It looks absolutely amazing, right? It only took like about 20 minutes for it to install the shaders and optimize everything, you know. Now let's go over the settings, and we're playing at 720p. We're actually utilizing the default settings that the game set for us, or recommended preset here. That means that NIS is set to native. Okay, so we're running at native 720p with a little bit of sharpening added to it, and the low to medium settings. I would say that this is close to like the basic preset in this game. Motion blur. Let's.
Fuck.
B でキャリアダウン。敵残り1名。
Ang ina talaga.
Let's just turn that off and this is okay. Yeah, look at that. Even while dropping, it's not dropping too much. Well, we're dropping, but yeah, you know what I mean. The FPS are kind of stable-ish. Alright, this is my usual benchmark run in this game, starting in the middle of the map basically, as you can see, and it has a lot of water, which is extremely intensive. Yep, look at that. Oh, it didn't drop from 30 FPS. Okay, that's not terrible. That makes
Still laggy as fuck. In a game like COD, no, you're gonna need like. You're going to need like fastest PC.
A でキャリアダウン。
In na sila sa A.
スパイクを設置。 最後の一人だ。敵残り1名。
Pareho pala nandun. Hindi ko nakita yun sa person.
Makes me believe that like low settings will actually run pretty well, although we are with a CPU bottleneck here. You can see that CPU utilization is pretty high up there, and the GPU usage is not maxed out. So if you were to pair this CPU with the RX 470, you'd see even less GPU utilization.
チャージがないわ。 B に敵複数。
Pick, nakakatakot. Ang ina. Ano ba yun? Ping difference ba o ano? Wasak ang ulo.
B でキャリアダウン。敵残り1名。
Not quite sure where he is.
Yeah, we're still on the basic settings after all. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I thought it was gonna be completely unplayable.
Naku, pag high intensity game na yan, nako. Ang lag niyan. Hirap maglaro niyan. Hirap maglaro niyan.
especially because of the 8 gigabytes of RAM. But no, it's... Now let's go ahead and set it to the minimum settings with 100% resolution scale, no upscaling at the moment, so native 720p, no sharpening either, and this is it. Oh.
No. As soon as I break... Grabe ang galaw nila. Sobrang textbook pero ang bilis. Tangina. Nakakairita. Your duty is not over. What the fuck?
Let's disable this. Oh, I remember this was actually causing a lot of stuttering in my main system, so maybe disabling it will actually make it playable. Huh, can we get a smooth experience? FPS on the minimum settings seem to be around the same, right? 30s and 40s. Yeah, it doesn't really change much, guys, unfortunately. In the water, it drops just slightly. Actually, no, it's the same. Oh, GPU usage goes up to 100% near the water, though, so that's interesting.
64 degrees ang temps ng ano niya.
And we're seeing, major CPU bottleneck. The 960 itself, guys, as I showed in my 22 GPU benchmark, it can deliver around 60 to 70 FPS on average in this game, in this section right here that I'm testing it in. So it's basically
Fuck.
a major CPU bottleneck that we're seeing right here. 2500K, well,
I messed up.
can't really handle more than 40-ish FPS maximum, apparently, at least in this area. In the Gulag, it was a little bit smoother, that's for sure. See if anybody dropped around here. I don't think so. I just want to get to that foresty area right there. It usually takes me a couple of tries here. Oh, somebody dropped here. Okay, maybe we're gonna die, guys.
Nakilang surrender na, no? Ayos ah. Ba't pag ako nag-ano... Pag ako ginagawa ko yun sa ano, nakakaisa lang kami. I'm being sucked. That sucks. Nahatak ako.
I'll need to record this again. Here we are, guys. We actually made it. 100% CPU usage. You know what? Overclocking this CPU would actually net you a little bit more FPS. That's for sure.
Just a little, maybe.
With a game like this, if you really wanted to, but if you're running an installed in an SSD, by the way, Windows installation as well as the game installation, same for the minimum settings. We got 1066 gig right here. We're playing at 1080p resolution and using the recommended settings first. Interestingly, it sets NIS to ultra quality, not native in this one, but maybe it's because we are running a higher resolution after all. And these are the settings. These are more like balanced settings, I would say. I'm just going to disable emotion blurs and film grains. Okay. Oh, this is not enough to get 60 FPS, and we're still heavily CPU bottleneck. No, come on. Are you serious? Why every time, dude? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, near the water it gets full GPU utilization once again, because it's way more GPU intensive. So 1060 itself, it would drop into the 50s and 40s anyways, even with a faster CPU. But most of the time it would be able to get 60 plus FPS, but it isn't because of a CPU bottleneck. And the interesting thing is, most of the settings are set to like low and normal, and they say in the recommended requirements page that these specs are enough to get around 60 FPS or more than 60 FPS. I don't remember, I'll put it in the screen. Most of the time, but they aren't. I haven't really seen 60 yet, have I? I wasn't really looking at the FPS the entire time, but yeah, or even here, which is supposedly my least intensive part of the benchmark run, it's not getting 60 FPS. That's a very big shame. Where the heck is that guy? Oh, this is DMR, I'm screwed. Where is he? Where is he? I don't know. He's gonna run away. Run away! No! Oh, he's coming! Stop doing that! I also suck at this game, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Especially with less than 60 frames. Hopefully in the Gulag it's gonna be different now. Let's see. Look at that, in the Gulag we get 60 plus! That's...
Default. Eh, kung lowest.
Alright guys, we're back here at 1080p resolution using the minimum settings now. Sorry about the transition here. Digimoon just called me, it was important. Anyways, let's start counting our FPS here and put our mind into the game now. So we're getting around the same FPS, even on minimum settings, right? Like, it's terrible. The optimization is terrible. I wouldn't say that the recommended requirements are accurate in this one, because in recommended requirements, you either want like high settings with 30 plus FPS on high, but in a game like Warzone, first-person shooter, you probably would be looking at 60 FPS in the recommended requirements, right? And we're not even getting that on low. Of course, we are CPU bound once again. GPU usage is kind of low there, so 1060 would be able to get 60 plus, at least on average, as I showed you in my full 22 GPU benchmark. But paired with the i7 4770K, well, it is a bottleneck, and around the middle of the map at least you get pretty low FPS. It's not enough to achieve 60. And this is the K version. It's 100 megahertz higher than the non-K version, which is what they recommend. Wait, what? There's a guy right there. What the hell? He didn't see me? Okay, we're screwed now, probably. Where are you? Ah, damn it. Come on. There we go.
Gago. Saan yung isa? Kanina pa yun ah. Kanina pa siya.
Well, as you can see, I am able to get some kills now, finally. You saw that I also got the kill with the pistol previously, so that was great. But it just doesn't matter if you play on minimum or balanced settings. If you have a CPU bottleneck in this game, it's gonna run exactly the same. It's just that your GPU is not gonna be fully utilized. I want to check it out, yeah, in this big city, because this is supposedly a little bit more CPU intensive, right? Because it's so big. But it's getting around the same FPS as we've seen previously. We got no water near us right now. Well, we do. But we're not taking a look at...
Ayaw mo bumili. Ay. Kachamba.
So it's not dropping our FPS. Oh, look at that. Oh no. Yeah, oh no, indeed. This is definitely very poor performance for the recommended requirements in the game.
残り1名。あと30秒。
ここだ。
スパイク設置。ここ見てる。行けディジ。
時は過ぎていく。でもそれでいい。私たちは今この瞬間を生きてる。
Right now, there's a pretty ridiculous trend going on where if something flops, be it movie, game, or show, the immediate response from those behind the production is to get mad at the audience and blame them for it, saying that either they were too stupid to appreciate it, or they weren't real fans willing to support it, or they just told a story that was too hot to handle and people weren't ready for it. Thus, once again, we didn't fail. Our product's not bad.
リロード中。
リロード中。チャージがないわ。壁を展開。
スラッシュいける。
まだ終わりじゃないわ。ここよ。
Ina mo, hindi mo ko inuna.
作戦どうする？ギャンブルしてみる？ちょっと話そう。
Bad. You guys are just turbo idiots that prevented us from the success that we deserve. And I'm just getting so tired of reading this. Every time something flops, this seems to be the go-to dialogue tree on the NPC quest line here. And it's just really, really starting to grind my ass. It just happened with The Witcher because Season 3 was a disaster. Full disclosure, I haven't watched Season 3. I just couldn't even pretend to be interested, so I haven't bothered with Season 3. But there was recently a statement made that the reason Season 3 hasn't done well is because they had to simplify everything because American audiences are too dumb, basically. And something very similar just happened with Marvel's Secret Invasion like a week ago, where the finale aired, and pretty much everyone said, "Oh brother, this stinks." They were just saying, "Boo! Boo!" and throwing tomatoes. It wasn't well received. Most people hated it. On a show that already didn't have many eyes on...
Yun. How you got there? It's so unreal. How the fuck?
残り1名。
That is so unreal.
On it to begin with, so it was just kind of a catastrophe. And the director behind it came out and once again just kind of blamed the audience and started pointing his finger, even having the gall to say that it's not his job to fulfill any expectations, and he doesn't read any of the reviews, so he doesn't really care if people didn't like it. Which I guess is fine. It's not exactly like the, you know, puffed out chest alpha male thing that he thinks it is. It just kind of reads like you definitely did see the negative reviews and you're in defense mode. No one's forcing you to read any criticism of your show if you don't want to see what the fans are saying about it. No one's gonna like peel open your eyes.
Ano, DC na pala yung isa. Oops.
最後の一人だ。
Lurker tong isa na to, no? Fuck.
私たちはバロラント。誇りを持って戦いましょう。
Mm.
装備が欲しいな。メテンセン、ありがとう。最高。
スキャンする。いたぞ。やったよ。
飛んでけ。
ドローン展開。
リロード。
リロード中。視界を塞ぐ。
Yun.
ここ。チャージが。
Ay, gago. Ako nakatingin.
キャリアダウン。敵残り1名。
キャリアがやられたよ。
Ako nakatingin.
これで最後。
マッチポイント。
これぞ運命の瞬間だね。装備くれない？誰か買ってもらえますか？
Pautang. Pautang for next game.
Asobi 遊びたいのか？相手になる。
さあ行きな。吹っ飛ばせボッシュ。
索敵する。
Ang careless ko maglaro, no?
敵残り1名。
Nice game. I got cared as fuck.
視界を塞ぐ。視界を塞ぐ。
ウィングがスパイク設置する。
お遊びはここまでだ。
ウィングマンがダウン。スラッシュいける。頼むぞちびすけ。
Gago.
最後の一人だ。
Nangin, turbo ka pa. Nice.
アタッカーの勝利。
頼られんのも悪くないけど余裕。
Walang calls eh, no? I mean, sa una meron siguro. At magkakaroon siguro. Kaso nga lang. Baka dahil. Oh, 20 RR. AFK. Dalawa yung AFK nila. Ay, isa. Natin yung ano. Sakit nitong last game, oh. Tang inang yan. Ah, magkakasama pala yung ano, yung mga duo-duo na to. Kaya pala wala. Kaya pala ayoko mag-comms. Hirap, no? Mag-isa. Solo pala yung... Ako lang pala solo dun. Kaya ako maglaro sa ano eh. Wala nakita yun ah. The fuck? Anong huling game namin? July 31st? Ay hindi. Solo na ako nito. Ay hindi. July 30th. Anyway.